Alright, so this video is going to show a normal day in my life right now. Nothing crazy, nothing dramatic, just what my days actually look like as a degree apprentice, trying to balance work, uni, gym, and hold on to some sort of structure. I feel like online you see the perfect structure, the perfect routine, the perfect discipline, but that's not what life is like. Take me for example, my days aren't perfect, not every day is the same. Shit happens and you just gotta move on and make sure that the next day you're even better. And to be honest, nothing needs to be perfect. So to show you what I mean, I thought, why not take you guys on a proper day in my life? I said I wanted to be a bit more real, so I thought, let me just show the real shit and not the polished version of it. It isn't the easiest to fit it into a small YouTube video, but I thought, let me try my best. And what you're gonna see now is what I live day to day. I mean, it doesn't go as smooth sailing as this all the time, but I try my best. That's all I can ask for. My morning is really simple these days. I used to force myself into extreme routines. I think I've even posted one on this channel where I'm like, this is my routine and it's the best routine. To be honest, there is no science-based routine. It's all about what, fits you. I used to put myself in that extreme routine where it didn't really work for me. I thought, oh, if I keep sticking to this, I will get somewhere. But I'm going to show you what really is my routine, and this is built off foundations from that science-based routine. But what works for me and what actually makes me feel good. So it's as simple as this. Open the curtains, make my bed, then I brush my teeth and wash my face as usual. I have a litre of water, 4 glasses, one with salt in it. And then I go upstairs and do my business, but I do it while I'm reading, and you can just watch the reading bit because I don't think I want to show, me doing my business, and I don't think you quite want to see that. Then we move on to, little 10-minute meditation, just to center yourselves. Always remember, you're in the present. Future and past doesn't really matter at all. Then, quick little cold shower. Now, I can't really show you much, again, so I think, this was a perfect shot, this one right here. Why not show you a little bit of button pressing, just to, pique interest. But otherwise, this is all you have to deal with right now. Get out, get changed. I thought I'd try a little transition here. That's it, I'm ready. I do a little bit of journaling as well. I make myself a little cup of coffee. The moment I stopped trying to make my morning routines look impressive and actually work for me, it just felt a whole lot better. Just make sure your mornings are a great foundation for yourself and that you keep doing what you can do to make sure that it is the strongest start to the day, because I believe your morning routines set the foundation for the rest of your day. Okay, so after that, I get straight into some work. I'm doing a degree apprenticeship, which basically means I work full-time and study at uni. Some days are packed with analyzing data, meetings, a lot of tasks, but some days are filled with squeezing in assignments when I can, in between everything else. It does get busy, like proper busy, but there's something about the structure that I actually like, and it giving me that set structure and that set goal makes me feel kind of motivated and ready to take the day on. It's November now, so it's been 2 and a bit months. I've actually learned quite a lot. In one of the other videos that I made, I said I've matured a lot, but it's also made me realize it's not all about work, it's about balance. You could easily just say I want to do 12 hours today and then I can rest tomorrow, but is that really gonna get you where you want to be? Okay, back to the topic. As you can see, this is a work from home day, usually my favorite. It's calmer, I can set my own pace and I have my own space to breathe. You can lock in with tasks a lot more. But obviously, not every day looks like this. Some days after my morning routine, I'm driving an hour into the office, do my work, drive an hour back, go gym on the way, and then come home. So by that time, before I eat my dinner, it's pretty late. And then on Fridays I go uni, and that's a whole different structure. On weekends I usually let it taper off. Saturdays usually about 3 or 4 hours of work, and then Sundays about 1 hour, 2 hours content, and then the whole rest of the day is just sitting back, cleaning my room a bit, getting ready for the week ahead. Okay, now the fun part. After work I head to the gym, and I won't lie, not every session feels amazing. Some days you're tired, some days you're slow, some days you're just not feeling it, but showing up consistently is more important than anything. You spend time looking for the perfect routine, but if you can't make it there, there's no point looking at what's the best split for my back and what's the best split for my arms. It's just, if you're not going to show up, there's no point, you know what I mean? Show up and do the minimum. I'm emphasizing the show up bit because you build discipline in the boring reps, not the exciting one. And then after the gym, everything slows down. I'll make a quick dinner, you know, nothing too special. You know, this is my usual, my go-to after work or after gym. Usually I do about an hour of content, hour and a half of content if I've got the time in the evening. And then I let myself relax. We're not robots. We like to have rest, and I think it's important that you get a little bit of rest at the end of the day, especially. Then after I have that bit of rest, maybe half an hour, if I'm lucky, maybe hour and a half in the evening, I go upstairs and I do a little stretching routine. I pray, I journal, and I do something called NSDR, which is non-sleep deep rest, which basically allows me to go to sleep. It takes you through breathing techniques, it takes you through body scans, and you can fall asleep pretty easily. Now that you've seen a little glimpse of what my day looks like, I'm not trying to be productive every single minute anymore. Well, I wasn't ever trying to be productive every single minute, but I think I portrayed a picture on my YouTube that I was. You know, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be just a 1% better every day. And I can't explain it yet, and I will find the words for it, but there's something about 1% better every day that just makes you feel proud. It makes you feel like you're doing something. And some of you may not get this, and some of you will never get it, but the minority of you that do, you know what I mean. Some days go to plan, some don't, but growth happens either way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.